At the time of me making this video, I've ridden 136 different roller coasters, which means I've been to quite a few parks around the United States. In fact, I've been quite all over the East Coast. The farthest north I've been to is Ohio. I've been to Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, and Florida, to name those states off for coasters. And in today's video, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite theme parks as of 2022. I've been to quite a few theme parks, including visiting many new ones this year, and my list has drastically changed, and there's some opinions on here that you will definitely not agree with. In fact, there's probably some opinions that are completely different to yours. Like, when I rank these parks, I'm basing them off of how my day was, how I enjoyed them, and how I really liked them. Like, say if there's this park that is really well known, it's respected, and I didn't have a great day, it's gonna rank lower above some parks that may not be as respected, especially a Cedar Fair park that's on here. So yeah, just a little bit of disclaimer, but let's get into my top 10 favorite theme parks. But coming at the number 10 spot is King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. Now, some people may be saying, well, this is really low, and you know what? I can really agree with that, but here's my reasoning to why King's Dominion is as low as it is. I had an amazing time at this park. Don't get me wrong, I love the ride lineup. But here's the thing is, I went on a day to where the heat index was 110 and it was so sunny. Like, I was seeing people passing on left and right, and it doesn't help that King's Dominion doesn't really have shade either. And I'm not trying to bash on the park, it's just the park needs like shade. Like, this park's on here to have plenty of shade. But overall, if I really had to say with King's Dominion's lineup, I think it has one of the best lineups in the world, especially with that amazing top two with Twisted Timbers and Intimidator 305. That is my personal favorite 1-2 punch currently that I've been to, at least at park-wise. But overall, King's Dominion is a phenomenal park with a great coaster lineup. I just wish I had a better day, just because also the weather was big, especially with the heat index being over 100 and the sun being out with no clouds at all. I think I desperately need a redo of this park. I need to get back to this park as soon as I can so I can review it basically, and just see if I can get a better experience to what I did when I did last year. But coming at the number 9 spot is MOREY'S Piers in Wildwood, New Jersey. This is my highest ranked boardwalk park, and I gotta say one thing, this park is absolutely amazing. There are so many rides packed into 3 small piers. You have 3 amazing roller coasters as their top coasters, with Great White as the CCI Woody. MOREY'S Piers has also Sea Serpent and a great Vekoma Boomerang. This Vekoma Boomerang, it runs really smooth and is my favorite boomerang that I've been on. And Great Nor'easter, one of my favorite inverts that I've ridden. Yes, I prefer it over some B&Ms, and it's an amazing invert. I love this Vekoma. It runs so good, so intense. You're able to actually enjoy the layout, and it's a great coaster. But besides those coasters, you also have some awesome family coasters with the Runaway Tram Car, a Wild Mouse, and a couple of other family rides. The Mariner's Landing, which is the middle pier with Sea Serpent, has a lot of great family coasters and family rides. It's just amazing how much rides this thing has. They also have next to the Great Nor'easter, they have this log flume built by Hopkins. It's a rare model and it's a pretty long ride. It's actually pretty impressive on how long the ride time is. But overall, MOREY'S Piers is a must visit when you're in the Wildwood area, or even when you're on a trip and you're near Great Adventure. I'd recommend making the pit stop here in Ocean City. It's an awesome park. It's definitely a must do whenever I go back. But coming at the number 8 spot is one of many of my home parks, which is SeaWorld Orlando in Orlando, Florida. This is the only SeaWorld branded park I've been to, and this park is absolutely amazing. This ride lineup is amazing, having some of the best roller coasters in Orlando, with one of my favorite hypers, Mako, an amazing flying coaster with Manta, and a pretty average Forest coaster with Kraken. They also have a really good Premier Rides multi-launch with Icebreaker, an awesome water coaster, an awesome River Rapids ride. Overall, this ride lineup is amazing. The atmosphere of the park is beautiful, lots of shade, beautiful theming all over. It's just an awesome park, and this is why I love visiting it. The only thing I would probably say for this park to improve on, there should be some good flats to this park. This ride lineup doesn't have many flat rides except for some of the family attractions. Maybe a Thrilling S and a Scream and Swing would work. But overall, SeaWorld has an amazing lineup with roller coasters and absolutely amazing theming. Overall, I really enjoy SeaWorld, and I'm very excited for this new B&M surf coaster to come next year. But coming at the number 7 spot is the most underrated park on this list, DORNEY Park from Allentown, Pennsylvania. This park that is almost 140 years old is an absolutely beautiful Cedar Fair. The ride lineup is great. The atmosphere is amazing, the workers are nice, the ride lineup here is great, the coasters are great. They actually have a really good flat ride lineup, and it's just a beautiful park in general. If I had to discuss favorite coasters, I think the best coaster in the park is Steel Force, and it gives some really good airtime. By far the most underrated park on this list, and having some great underrated coasters. Talon is one of my favorite B&M inverted roller coasters. Overall, I really enjoy DORNEY Park. The atmosphere is amazing. It's a beautiful park, amazing staff, and overall, I just really like the park. I enjoyed my day here at this park, and it's definitely a must-do when I'm in the area again for me. But the number 6 spot used to be my former home park, which is Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. This Six Flags park is only one of two Six Flags parks I've been to, the other one being Six Flags America in Maryland, which is not on this list. This park has by far one of the best coaster collections in the world, with an amazing number 1 coaster with El Toro, with an absolutely amazing supporting cast of coasters, with another elite coasters with Jersey Devil coaster, an amazing in-twin shrouded launch coaster with King Ka. Nitro is a very solid B&M hyper coaster. Medusa is now my favorite four-wheels coaster. Great Adventure has a lot of great attractions, like the name, but overall, I really do like their attractions. This park has a really good flat ride lineup, which most parks cannot really say, other than really DORNEY and some other parks out there. But overall, the park is getting a lot better. It's looking a lot nicer than what it did just like even 2 years ago. The staff is greatly improved, and overall, Great Adventure is a park that I want to go to now. It used to be a park where I was like, yeah, I want to go there to ride El Toro and Devil, but nothing really else. But now I want to go back there and ride all the rides, and I really enjoyed it this past year. That's why it's at the number 6 spot. Coming at the number 5 spot is what is voted the most beautiful theme park on the earth, which is Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This is one of the 2 Busch Gardens parks that I've been to, and it is an absolutely beautiful park. This park has an amazing coaster lineup, with by far their best coaster being Pantheon, but I haven't ridden that, so right now it's a Palace Chariot for me. But this park has a great supporting cast of coasters. There's not one bad coaster. Loch Ness Monster is an amazingly smooth aero coaster. I love Alpengeist for its forces and all that great stuff, and there's some great family coasters. Verbolten is one of the most surprising coasters for me. I don't know why it's so good, but it is really good. The drop track element is really thrilling. But overall, Busch Gardens Williamsburg is another park with a pretty good flat ride lineup. I really like some of their flats there. And overall, Busch Gardens Williamsburg is a phenomenal park, and is something that I desperately need to go back to because that's how much I love this park. And I also need to ride Pantheon. But yeah, that's Busch Gardens Williamsburg, an absolutely amazing park, and it's definitely probably a top 10 park for quite some time now. But coming at the number 4 spot is Universal's Islands of Adventure. This park is one of the most, if not the most beautiful park in the world. Islands of Adventure is an absolutely amazing park with some amazing rides. What is one of the world's best roller coasters with the Jurassic World Velocicoaster. I love Hagrid's Magical Creatures and Motorbike Adventure, and also the Incredible Hulk coasters, an awesome ride. This park also has a great collection of dark rides. Some of them to name off is King Kong's Skull Island, Ring of King Kong, whatever the heck that name is. Spider-Man's another really good one. The Cat in the Hat area is pretty cute, and there's some awesome areas. Love Jurassic Park River Adventure. It is such a classic boat ride, and they have some really soakers that really get you wet on some of their water rides. They also have one of the best dark rides of all time with Forbidden Journey, which is an absolutely phenomenal dark ride. Overall, Islands of Adventure has some of the best collection of rides out there, and is one of the most beautiful theme parks in the world. But coming at the number 3 spot is Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This beautiful theme park is absolutely amazing. One of the best coaster collections out there. I know I've been saying it a lot, but this one I really mean it. This one actually rivals a park that is higher on this list, surprisingly. This park has some amazing rides. My favorite, and of course, a top 5 coaster for me, Sky Rush, and my new favorite B&M Hyper, Candemonium. 2 amazing hyper coasters right there. They also have an amazing in-twin launch coaster with Storm Runner. Fahrenheit's a really good in-twin and multi-inversion coaster. Kind of in-twin's take on a vertical Gerstlauer style lift hill with a B&M style looper, I guess you can call it. Overall, the rest of the lineup's really good. Wildcat, which is actually closing in a few weeks. It's actually a pretty decent Woody. I don't really get why people hate it. Lighting Racer was a lot of fun. Comet was fun. Overall, the ride lineup was amazing. This park, like some other parks on this list, have a great collection of flat rides. The only coaster I actually didn't get the ride when I was there was actually Super Duper Looper, because it was closed on my visit. So yeah, that's a bit sad. But overall, Hersheypark has a great coaster lineup, a great flat ride collection, and it's a beautiful park with tons of shade, and it's really nice looking. This park is absolutely amazing, and it definitely deserves a top 3 spot. 2 parks that I've been to. But coming at the number 2 spot is Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in in Tampa, Florida. This is my home park. This is the park that I visited the most, and I absolutely love going to this park. This park has, in my opinion, one of the best coaster collections out there. They have an amazing RMC, my favorite B&M invert, my favorite B&M sit down / forest coaster, and honestly, this park is just awesome. They have a diverse lineup of roller coasters for the families, for the kids, and for the thrill seekers. It is considered Florida's roller coaster capital, and honestly, it is an amazing park. Now, this park really does lack in the flat ride department, but it seems like Busch Gardens is going to start adding more flats, because in 2023, we are expecting to see an S&S Scream and Swing going to the old Rhino Rally area right by the Elephant and Cheetah Hunt. Honestly, that's going to be awesome. They're going to be adding more flats, because then it makes this park even better. The ride lineup is really good. Really, their only major flat that is open for thrill seekers is Falcon's Fury, as the Phoenix is closed. But everything else about this park, the animals, the beautifulness, it's just a very clean park. Everything is really just perfect. And also, they opened up a passenger lounge, which looks really nice just a few days ago. Honestly, in my opinion, Busch Gardens Tampa is kind of the Busch Gardens Tampa is really the basic for any animal / theme park, like a hybrid theme park. I think Busch Gardens does hold the standard for that category of theme park. But my favorite theme park that I have been to personally is the number one, in my opinion, Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. This is America's rock and roller coaster, and honestly, this is an absolutely amazing park. This park has the roller coasters, has an amazing flat ride collection. The employees are nice, the atmosphere is great. Doesn't have the most shade, but there's enough shade. It's a beautiful looking park. It has so many great attractions. The food is great here. Not many parks out there have the best food. This one doesn't have the best food either, but it's better than most parks out there. Honestly, Cedar Point was an absolutely phenomenal park, and it's definitely a park that you must do again. Overall, if I had to really say favorite rides, my number one coasters here, Steel Vengeance, which is the RMC Hyper Hybrid. They also have a great supporting cast of roller coasters with Maverick, Magnum XL 200, Millennium Force. They also have a pretty solid collection of B&Ms, with one of my favorite dive coasters with Valraven. Rougarou is also pretty solid for us, and Raptor is my second favorite invert that I've ridden. But overall, Cedar Point is an absolutely amazing park, and in my opinion, a perfect park if you're looking just for roller coasters. So yeah, Cedar Point, absolutely amazing. I love that place. So there you go. That is my top 10 favorite theme parks that I have personally been to so far in 2022. Tell me what all your thoughts on this list down below. Do you guys agree with some of my opinions? Do you guys disagree? I know the Dorney Park and King's Dominion one are pretty unpopular, and probably Busch Gardens Tampa over Hershey Park's also probably unpopular. But overall, I had a great time making this list, and you just gotta remember, when it comes to ranking parks, not unlike coasters, it really is just down to preference which one you like better. You may like a smaller Six Flags park more than a bigger one. That could be a thing. But overall, I had a great time making this list. So yeah, that is my top 10 favorite theme parks of currently in 2022. Hope you guys had a great time watching this video. I'll see you guys next video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And I also want to thank everyone for 900 subscribers. We're on the grind to almost 1,000. So if you guys can help out, please hit that subscribe button to help me get to 1,000 for the end of the year. I'll see you guys in the next video, everyone, and bye.